is water, the same soothing liquid we drink and bathe in, cut through materials we use to build skyscrapers? The answer is one of water's grittiest abilities, erosion, the removal of solid material by the force of moving wind or water. Water starts eroding material the second that it hits Earth.
Erosional processes begin with raindrops impacting the land surface. And as a raindrop hits the ground, it exerts quite a bit of force on those particles and can actually detach them and move them. Erosion also occurs in a river like the one that we're floating on here.
Well, water is a very powerful force, certainly powerful enough to carve away at rocks. As it travels downstream, it carries along with it all the little tiny particles of sediment that it picks up along the way, scouring the sides and the bottom just with the force of its movement.
The evidence of this one-two punch, water and moving sediment, is everywhere. Like these grand canyons carved out by the Colorado River. Some are a mile deep, the result of tens of millions of years of erosion.
Yellowstone National Park has been shaped by many natural processes. The park is often called the land of fire and ice, and there is truth to that nickname. While the underlying geology of Yellowstone is rooted in volcanism, much of what we see today was shaped by glaciers. Glaciers develop when more snow falls in winter than melts in summer. Over time, the bottom layers of snow become compressed into ice and begin to move due to the forces of gravity. While there is debate on their dates, this region has been covered by at least 3 major glaciations. That most recent period, called the Pinedale Glaciation, was responsible for carving Yellowstone Lake into the shape we see.
You see how this water comes and takes down this sand? It makes it all smooth. If you look up there, that's how high the sand used to be. But once the water came up, it took all of the sand and carried it back into the ocean. This process is called weathering because the water takes bits and pieces of sand every second. I showed that when the water came up, it took all this sand down back into the ocean. It was like that with this huge landslide that happened. The water just pulled down all these things and it made a huge hill. And once that hill was there, water pushed up and it couldn't stay in one place. So it all started coming down. If your house was right there on that huge hill would knock out your whole entire house. And that is certainly how it could affect our lives.